Hiya everybody! We're gonna make a really easy cottage pie this week. It can be made with fresh or frozen ingredients. I've actually prepped this recipe from frozen, so let's get to the recipe. We're gonna start by cooking 1.5 cups of dry green lentils. This is super easy. You measure out the 1.5 cups and then you'll add double the water, so 3 cups of water to boil and then simmer until the lentils are nice and soft and not chewy in the middle. This is very important. Set them aside while we work on the filling. I used a food processor because I made my own oat flour. You can chop your veggies however you'd like. I added 1 white onion and 4 garlic cloves to a food processor and used the chop setting to make my life a little easier. There will be other veggies in the actual main plate, but I use these from frozen, so be sure to chop up your veggies at this time if you're using fresh. Put the onions in a medium bowl and set them aside. To make your own oat flour, all I did was add 1.5 cups of oats to the food processor and process until as small as possible. You can definitely use whole wheat flour instead. You would just use about 2 tablespoons rather than 1.5 cups. Add your onion and garlic to a large cast iron pan and add your celery, 2 stalks of celery, 3 finely chopped carrots, and 3 to 4 cups of mushrooms of any choice. Cremini is the most affordable, but you can use white mushrooms, whatever you want. I had frozen these vegetables because they were going to go bad, and I used them in this recipe and it made my life super easy. I like to then pulse the vegetables with half of the lentils we just cooked to ensure a nice texture. Add it back to your pan and add 8 ounces of canned tomatoes or 2 freshly chopped Roma tomatoes, and add the remainder of the lentils that you did not pulse. Mix everything until homogeneous. Now add your oat flour in addition to 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, and a tablespoon of dark soy sauce. Dark soy sauce is so much richer, I highly recommend it. A tablespoon of Marmite, which is one of my favorite additions to any sort of English-inspired recipe, a bay leaf, and 2 teaspoons of dried thyme, and combine with your spatula until all the spices are really nicely mixed. I like to add a tablespoon of tomato paste for richer umami flavor, but this is totally optional. And then I gradually add 3 to 4 cups of water or broth to ensure that the mixture doesn't get too dry. You want it to be kind of saucy because we're gonna bake this after we've added our hash browns on top. I like to take 6 cups of frozen hash browns and add a teaspoon of ground black pepper, a tablespoon of olive oil, and a little pinch of salt. This is totally optional. I actually did not include this, but if you'd like to, you definitely can. Give it a good mix in a bowl and then add all of it on top of your cast iron pan and that mixture with lentils, mushrooms, carrots, celery, etc. We're gonna then bake the entire cast iron pan at 425 Fahrenheit 220 C for 30 to 35 minutes until the hash browns are beautifully brown. Because the bottom layer is already pre-cooked, you really just want to ensure that the hash browns are nicely browned, cooked, and softened to your preference. I like to serve this cottage pie with a side of broccoli or on top of kale. Really, you can enjoy it in any way you prefer. It's a Moorish, comforting dish, especially during these winter months, and I hope you enjoy. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, for free recipes every Friday and daily shorts. Cheers!